Blessings, family.
I came out.
What came out?
The plug, I'll get it. No, all is well. Everybody good?
Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing tonight? This lovely evening. Let's see.
Is everybody good? Look at that. Yeah, it's still
They gotta
high.
wait for him to come on.
Yeah, but it's real high. But it's okay. All
Yeah,
right,
'cause of
family,
that one
everybody
right there.
good? No, it's not. I mean,
Yeah, I had it closer.
well, pull it closer now.
I can't because of this.
And push that down just a little bit. Hold on, y'all. Let's get it right. We're going to get it right.
Shit is kind of fucking annoying. All right. Is that better? I don't know. I didn't look. It still haven't caught up.
All right, we're going to have to do this right next time. This is ridiculous.
Well, we can't do it in here in this room.
Well, we can fix it right. Yes, we can. If you put them on the table right there and sit
That's
that
what
way.
we're gonna have to do because
This
this
is
ain't working.
ridiculous. Hey, Angie. Hey, Jaleesa. Yeah, talking shit as usual. That's right. How y'all doing? Are y'all doing okay this evening? Welcome to the Spiritual Vault. I'm Wunam, a.k.a. Nikki Love, your African Indigenous Traditional Healer.
Brother Adinkra, your African indigenous traditional healer. How y'all doing tonight, family?
Y'all ready for the show? Now, tonight we're going to be doing a little Voodoo Chronicles. But if you want to be in the mix of Voodoo Chronicles, you got to come on live. And you got to tell us your most scariest story. Any encounters you have with ghosts, spirits, whatever you want to call it. But you got to be added to the live, okay? Because we're going to be putting Voodoo Chronicles back on, family, okay? So tonight we're going to be allowing people to come on in the video and tell us their most scary stories that they encountered. Or funny scary, because some people have some, funny stories, okay? So tonight we're doing Voodoo Chronicles, and then the question is, which people are asking us, how effective are rituals and spells? Some people don't think they're effective. Some people don't think they work at all. Some people say, I don't believe in that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's
People
what we're
say
doing
that a lot.
tonight. So if you want to tell us your most scary story, let us know. We're going to add you to the screen, and then you're going to be on Voodoo Chronicles, okay? Tell us your most scary story, whether it was voodoo, spirits, whatever, paranormal activity, whatever you want to call it. Share it with us. And if you have any questions about spells and rituals, do they work? Are they effective? We're going to talk about that in a minute. We watched the cartoon. What was it called?
Which one?
Encanto?
Enchantos.
Enchantos?
Enchantus or something like that.
Right. And Enchantus, it was a cartoon, and it looked like it was Mexican, but then it looked like it could have been a mix of like Mexican, Brazilian, or something like that, y'all. So Encantos was a little cute cartoon about people having certain gifts. Okay.
Oh yeah. That was a good one.
And it just showed how the family members had different gifts. One could see, one could make it rain, the clouds coming in. One had the power, it was very strong. Another one was what?
That's the one I was gonna say. The woman she was real strong. She had like superhuman strength.
Superhuman strength. And the little boy can communicate with animals. So it was a really good show.
The one
Here's the
that
other phone. Pass the other one to me. Yeah. Can you reach it? You have to get up. It's right there. That one.
I got it.
And it was a cute
Shit.
little cartoon. But when you deal with cartoons like that, there's a lot of truth. A lot of truth. And these cartoons, okay? So, excuse me, I'm going to start yawning y'all because I still didn't get enough sleep. I don't ever get enough sleep. Right? So, all right. Let me get to the Facebook because y'all know how Facebook do. They don't be putting the messages in there. All right?
Bowtie Gary, peace and blessings.
Hey, Bowtie Gary, how are you?
Aset Ramesses, peace. How y'all doing tonight, family? What's up, Stephen Cody? What's up?
What's up,
Much
Stephen
love.
Cody? How you doing? Bowtie Gray. What is that? Gray? Yeah, that's Gray.
Bowtie Gray. I said Bowtie
All right, y'all.
Gary.
So,
Bowtie Gray.
okay, so y'all that just came in on YouTube, we're doing Voodoo Chronicles, right? Which means you can be added. Now, I don't know how to do on YouTube. We'll be doing it on Facebook. If y'all on the Facebook, y'all can be added to the screen. You need to tell us the most paranormal, scary, voodoo, spiritual story that you had, okay? And it's going to go on Voodoo Chronicles because we're going to start doing Voodoo Chronicles again. Everybody loved when I did the Voodoo Chronicles, so we're going to start doing it again, okay? But we're also talking about, which is a very, very big question that we get a lot, do spells and rituals work? Are they effective? Okay? And if you have specific questions you want to ask, you can ask them, you know, anything about any spells or rituals or whatever, anything, witchcraft, voodoo, whatever. You want to ask us, you can ask us about it, okay? But I do want to say, yes, they do, okay? You have many type of rituals and you have many type of spells. People, European, they call it spells, right?
Yeah, you got it. You know, they say, you know, what you got, Wiccan, you got voodoo. Like
Voodoo,
you say, you got
hoodoo.
Wiccan, you got voodoo, hoodoo. You got some people just call it magic. You got what the Native Americans practice,
Shamanism.
shamanism.
Now, if you know, it's funny because a lot of people don't put these two together. Now, in South Africa, they call us shamans too. So a lot of the Native Americans that were here practice more of a South African type of traditional, you know, spiritual, indigenous ways. You notice that, right?
Yeah.
So that's why Native Americans, they call it shaman. They call them shamans or medicine man.
Yeah.
And South Africa, they call shamans as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that sometimes, depending on the country in Africa, they'll call them shamans or they'll call them ngomas or they'll call them, you know,
Right.
whatever. But, you know.
Well, it depends on where you're from. The broadest word for it all is African indigenous traditional healers, okay? But different tribes call them different things. In Igbo, they call them Dibias. You know what I mean? In Yoruba, they call them Babalaos or or Larisas or Ianifas. You know what I mean? Or,
Some people don't even know what Babalawo means.
I know they don't. Or Babalarisa, which is women, man. But father, you know, mother, Ia's mother.
Yeah, father of secrets and mother
Right.
of secrets.
And then you have, like I said, in Igbo, in Lagos and Igbo, they call them Dibias, right? So they practice traditional medicine. And then you have you know, in South Africa, like the Zulu tribe, I think they call them not Ngombas, Sengombas in that area. So in different tribes, you have different names, okay? But everybody's doing the same thing. But the biggest question people have is it real? Is it effective? The biggest question we get, people want to know, well, is it going to work? My suggestion to you, if you do not believe it's going to work, then don't put your money and your time into it, okay? Do not put your money and time into it. Because we get the people, and, you know, we do a lot of rituals, y'all. We get a lot of people that want court cases, love rituals. The number two thing, the two most rituals we get requests for, I'm going to say the three,
Yeah.
is health, love, and court. Health, love, and court. And when I tell you all,
Protection. We get a lot of protection.
oh yeah, we get a lot of protection rituals too.
That's what I thought you was gonna say.
No, we have more court case
court.
rituals than anything.
Yeah, we get a lot of.
We get more court cases. Well, no, then the energy changes because like about 4 months ago, we was getting a lot of court case rituals, right? And then after that, then all the love rituals start coming because we had to get a whole bunch of wooden dolls, right?
Yeah.
So we were getting, it's kind of shifts a little bit. So I'm going to say, but those are the majority. Court case, love, protection, and then health. Right. Lately, we've been getting a lot of health because of COVID and all the, viruses going around. But for the most part, the biggest question is it going to work? Why would you put your money into something if it ain't going to work?
Well, the question they ask seemed like they asked the most to me is, how long is it going to take? They want it to work like right away.
And sometimes it does. Let me tell you, family. Hey, Woody. Hey, Patar. Hi, my brothers. Love y'all. I see y'all. The thing is, what we have to understand, family, is that, first of all, sometimes it could work fast. Sometimes it could work slow. Sometimes it takes time because when you give offerings, and this is just with what we do, rituals, when you give offerings to the gods, okay, they're going to work it out for you. Once we, find out if they accept the offering and they say yes, you got to let them do their job. See, the biggest problem we had in the past is we would tell the person, all right, we did the ritual, right? Now you let the gods do it. We gave the offerings on your behalf. We did what we had to do. Let the gods do what they do. Then they want to take it upon themselves to do things. Now they're instructed not to do anything. I had a client in Australia, y'all. It was a lady. She had a boyfriend, and she wanted to get him back because the other woman had stole him. So long story short, this was a couple of years ago, right? I told her, I said, look, don't go by his house. Don't do nothing because once you pay me and I give the gods to the offering, I give the offering to the gods, and they gonna work on your behalf, you got to have trust in these gods. Don't come back and do what you want to do. If the gods say, you know what, tell her don't do this, don't do that, and you do it anyway, they're gonna do the opposite of you because they're gonna say, well, you don't need me to work. You don't need me to work. So why am I working for you? What did you pay your money for? And I tell clients, don't pay your money if you don't think this stuff works. Don't question about, is it going to work? Because my thing is, don't waste your money then. If you don't feel it's going to work, I don't want you to waste your money nor your time. Okay? So what we have to understand, spells and rituals are very, very effective. They do not happen overnight, and sometimes it can. It depends on the energy. It depends on what gods or what spirits or whatever you use. I don't care if you're dealing with Wiccan, hoodoo, whatever you want to call it, acting spirituality. You understand? All of that. I don't care. Nobody can say that it's going to work overnight. Sometimes I've seen it, but I don't like to tell people that because in some cases, like I did a ritual, I'll tell y'all this. I had a lady call me one day, right? One day to do a ritual. That night, I called her, said, I got the pictures, I'm going to do it, right? Before I even put and only because this is another level that y'all may not understand. Some may not understand, but sometimes I can think it and it happens. And I'm not exaggerating and I'm not playing. I can think it and it happens. And that's what happens when you are into the traditions. Now, before I even conduct the ritual, what I was going to do for her, it happened the same night. Okay? It happened the same night before I could. All I did was put out the pictures. I looked at the pictures. I put this energy into it. You need to do this, this, and that. And it happened the same night. Sometimes that can happen. But a lot of times, sometimes it takes time. You know what I mean? We had one couple, and let me tell y'all another thing. Okay, love rituals, right? So we're doing the rituals. Oh, well, he didn't come back yet. Or she didn't come back yet. Then you'll hear the story. Well, yeah, he came back and he left again.
Yeah, see, this is what they like to do. They like to get rituals, right? A lot of people had this real bad habit of getting rituals. We do the ritual. It worked. They don't tell us it worked. They let 6, 7, 8 months go by, and they'll come back and say, he never came. And then when we read it, we'll be like, we spirit showing us that they came. They'll be like, well, yeah, he came. He stayed for a couple of months and he left. Why you telling us it didn't work? You saying he never came back. People do that a lot. We had one person we did a ritual for. The person came, they left. Now this person wasn't talking to them for years. We did the ritual, work, came, they left. They started bugging us. We said, all right, we're gonna do the ritual again. We did the ritual again. Not did it again, but we added to it, right? And so this time the spirit said, okay, you wanna, act up and do this? Spirit work. Now she can't get the man to leave the house. She want the man to leave and stuff. Now want us to do a ritual for him to go. But you was begging and saying it didn't work. But for some reason, spirit didn't want that person with this person because this guy had a problem with putting his hands on her. So spirit really didn't want him to be with her. But since she was insisting on being with him, spirit brought him back. And so, and they still together to this day. But, he gets on her nerves. Shit like that happens.
That's right. All right. So, hey, Angela D. Payne. Hey, Katie Ann. Know all is well. All right, family. So, let me just say this. So rituals can be very, very effective. And the reason I wanted to do the show is because people ask questions like that when they pay you to get rituals and or spells or whatever, and what you have to understand again is sometimes it takes time. I've seen them work overnight. I've seen them work within 2 hours. I've seen them work 6 months later or a year later, right? People are so in the now, wanting everything fast, 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 fast. Like y'all gotta relax. You gotta relax, and sometimes you got to be patient. And then you gotta let the gods work accordingly. Let the gods work like they're supposed to work. You understand? Let the gods work on your behalf. Once you pay your money and we give the offerings on your behalf, whether it be a chicken or a piece of goddamn bread. That's not, I'm just exaggerating now. Or a piece of bread. Let them work on your behalf. Once we say, well, we need you to work on this person's behalf, and then, you know what, we give them the offering, let them work. Because a lot of times, we as human beings want everything so goddamn quick and fast, you don't give it time to work. I've seen it like that, and people complain, and, let me tell y'all something. If you are going to do this type of work, and you're going to want to get readings all the time, and pay your money all the time, and do all that, then be patient.
Well, we live in a microwave society, and what I mean by that, everybody wants something quick, fast, quick, fast. They want, they want everything fast. They want everything to go right away. People want everything fast, and it's like nobody takes their time for anything. They want success overnight. They want money overnight. They want love overnight. They want everything overnight, and sometimes these situations that people find themselves in that need spiritual work, it took longer than overnight for you to get in that situation. So sometimes you got to be mindful of that and realize it's going to take you a little bit longer to get out of a situation that somebody did spiritual work on, because the spirit has to go in, clean up, go in and block a person here, protect this person here, protect this person here. It's just like when you ask the spirit for money and protection, the spirit is going to do what's priority to spirit first. It's going to go protect you first, and then it's going to go bring you the money. So a lot of times, like my wife said, you just got to be patient for the things that you ask for.
That's right. You got to be very patient. The number one thing, too, is righteousness. And when I say righteousness, that means you do righteous with your work. Okay? Don't do no evil. Don't harm nobody. Don't do rituals on nobody. Okay? We had people come to us that one guy came in, he called me, he was from Miami. Oh, I heard you was really good with the ritual. Do you think you could kill somebody for me? I said, what? I said, get off my goddamn phone with that bullshit. I said, we don't do stuff like that. I don't know what y'all do in Miami with your little Cuban stuff or whatever y'all do, Paulo, but we don't do all that. We're not killing nobody, right? Oh, well, I need somebody dead because they tried to kill me. I said, well, we don't do that. Bye. Click. Right? You have some practitioners, and let me tell y'all this, which is happening right now, that are doing work like that, and they're dropping like flies. They're dying because of the evil work they've done over the years. And I'm talking about, I know a few of them. A few of them that was doing evil shit, putting rituals on people, making them sick, doing all kind of evil shit. And guess what, y'all? Some of them I knew dropped dead. Like 3 of them I knew dropped dead.
Kid ABM say they don't care down there.
You know, Kane, I know you from Miami too. They don't care. But what's happening to them now is they're dropping dead like flies because of all the shit because they was being greedy for the money. So they'll do shit like that, especially with big money, stuff like that. Oh, kill him. I want his money. Kill her. I want her money. I hear all kind of stories from the Hispanic to the Haitians to the hoodoos. You understand? It don't matter. They're all practitioners that I know that was doing evil. A lot of them are having problems, not sick or dying.
Yeah, and a lot of times too, what happens is the customer, right? The customer go get spiritual work here, go get spiritual work there, go get spiritual work from somebody else. They get mad at the practitioner. They try to go get spiritual work on a practitioner with another practitioner, and then them spirits start attacking. Some people have some spirits that attack that people don't even know they deal with, and them spirits just start attacking because they
Right.
see the evil this person is doing.
That's right. That's why it's so important, and especially in the traditions we deal with. And I deal with three. One that I was born into, okay, Akan and Yoruba, right? So, which mine's is called Frutista, and then Akan and then Yoruba. So let me just tell you this: people got to understand. This stuff is not a joke. And yes, rituals and spells are very effective. Now, spells, pretty much I say that's a lower level of magic. Okay? Dealing with candle work, hoodoo stuff. That's not to say it's not powerful, because really, the truth of the matter, it is you who puts the power behind those spells and those rituals.
Yeah, because
okay?
them old hoodoo workers, they had some thump to their magic.
Well, they was powerful, and
they
they
use,
wasn't using no candle work. See, a lot of people think hoodoo is associated only with candle work. They was doing a lot of African stuff too.
yeah, they was doing a lot of African stuff and didn't know it, but because they used the Bible a lot in their rituals, you know, they thought the power was in the Bible, but the power was really in them. And also they did use spirits. A lot of they use spirits a lot. They use spirits a lot.
I'm on air, yeah.
And when with the older traditions
not yet. I didn't
and
see
dealing
why.
with hoodoo, they did a lot of effective magic
She's crying?
with spirits, with the
Oh, okay. Just
with
check on her.
graveyard spirits.
We're doing a show real quick.
They do a lot
Okay,
of back in the day. They had the spirit. I ain't gonna say his name, but it was associated with death. So they did a lot of stuff like that. But you had good practitioners back then that refused to do any ritual work to kill somebody because they knew that was gonna come back on them.
Right.
The ones that did a lot of death rituals, believe it or not, with a hoodoo practitioners that were pastors and shit. A lot of them that I read about did a lot of death rituals on people. You know,
and that's a goddamn shame. That's a goddamn. Let me tell y'all something.
They be in the church and they call them two-headed doctors. Because they did good and they did evil.
Did bad, right?
Yeah.
And see the thing about it, let me tell you, I can't stand them. I'm gonna change it. I can't stand their asses. Okay, because y'all know what I was gonna say. There's one thing I don't like is I don't like evil. It's not a coincidence that I got love in my middle name. Daddy named me, right? I got love in my middle name because I don't like evil. And what's sad about it is how could you be so evil to want to kill people? And you know, they was doing it a lot back then with land. They didn't want the sister to have the land, so they would try to do work and root on them to kill them. This ain't no different than Africa. I had a young brother, he was born here, but his father was Nigerian. And he went back home to Africa, but he called me for protection to go home to Africa. Because he said his aunt was doing voodoo, doing work on him, sending spirits to him over in Africa. Do y'all know the protection I gave him in Africa, right? Back home in Africa. They couldn't touch him. And I'm not even bragging about it. I'm just telling y'all the stuff they were doing. They were trying to kill him because the father left the land to him.
And they was looking at him wondering why nothing was happening
right,
to him.
why nothing was happening to him because he had protection. I had to make him like the protection pouches like these with the medicines in it. So I made him one and he wore it and then they couldn't touch him. He said they took him, it was like the medicine ones like these. So they took him to a place and he said he was scared. He said because he knew that they was all surrounding him trying to do work and they was doing some type of chanting and stuff like that. He said and Still nothing happened to them. They couldn't wonder what was going on, right? That's one of the mistakes they make when they think that Africans in America are not powerful, right?
Yeah.
Because they, sometimes they think that in other places, in other countries.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the end of the day, of course, my maternal side is African, but at the end of the day, my father's lineage is African too from back there. But they was also powerful because my father did spiritual work. My grandmother did spiritual work, although she was a pastor in the church. That's on my father's side. And my mother's side, all traditional healers. So with saying that, family, what we got to understand is that these people thought that he was not going to be able to get protection
Over here.
over here, okay?
Yeah.
But it was sad because they really tried to kill him because they wanted to take the land from him because his father had a lot of money and a lot of land. So these are some of the things that they do with rituals and spells, and it's not good. My thing is, I'm going to tell y'all like this, the more righteousness you do, right, the more you cannot be touched. Let me say it again. The more righteousness you do, you cannot be touched. They can do what the hell they want to do. And not only I'm telling you this, but also the elders in Africa will tell you this too. Right?
Yeah. Long as you're doing what's right.
Long as you're doing what's right, I feel sorry for them. Because not only that, a lot of us have our own ancestors that walk with us. Right? Because a lot of times you get people saying, oh, he don't know nothing about no magic. I had a client the other day. We get a lot of clients, y'all. We get a lot, and I'm even exaggerating. We get a lot of clients. And
a lot of spiritual requests.
Right. This client said that, she knew that the lady was trying to do work on her, and this didn't happen, that didn't happen. I said, and I was reading her, I said, because you have a lot of ancestors around you. Some people have a very powerful line of ancestors and spirits. There's some people who have spirits that walk with them, and they're supposed to be doing this work, but they don't even know it. Right? They don't even know it. One time years ago when I was doing a radio show, y'all remember the radio show? So when I was doing a radio show, this Hispanic girl called in from New York. And she said, and I was doing readings that night on the radio. And she said, Nikki. She said, Nikki. She said, you have a lot of Ngangas around you. A lot of Ngangas, right? Witches. I said, I know. She told me, and she said, you're very, very powerful. She said, you have a lot of witches that walk with you. There's a lot of people that have witches that walk with them, they don't even know it. So when people think they're doing work on them or trying to do work on them, it ain't happening.
Speaking of, we had a client, he was trying to do, this person, we had a client, they was trying to do ritual work on their significant other, trying to get their significant other back, doing stuff here and there. Then they got mad and tried to do some shit to harm her. And they end up getting in a very bad accident, like really, really bad, and almost killing themselves. And when we read it, we seen that this woman had the spirits of the Iami around her.
Yep.
And she pray and stuff happen. She sees stuff and it happen, but she thinking it's God and Jesus. But she didn't know. She don't even know she got that witch power and that witch energy around her that protects her. And when you try to harm a child of the Iami, I feel sorry for you, because that's one force you don't want angry at you.
Yeah, you want to be very careful when you offend.
When we say don't offend the feminine energy, that's what we're really talking about. Don't offend the feminine energy.
Right. You be very, very careful. Hey, Frederick, how you doing? No, all is well. Okay, do y'all have any questions? Facebook, y'all know how they do. If you got questions, put them in there, because I can't see, because they be skipping over shit and they don't let you see questions. Now, is anybody interested in joining Voodoo Chronicles tonight? We're going to add you to the video. If you're on Facebook, we're going to add you in. Tell us your scary voodoos, hoodoos, witch story, whatever, paranormal. If you have any of that, tell us your story. We're going to add you to the screen. We're going to start doing Voodoo Chronicles again, so y'all better come on. Come on with it. Tell us some stories that people want to hear, because they love Voodoo Chronicles. They want to hear the stories, the scary stories, or some of them are funny. Some of the stories we had on Voodoo was funny. Yeah, we had one that was funny. The guy said his wife was, in her sleep honking like a pig, but she was possessed with a spirit, but she sounded like a pig. It was kind of funny, y'all. So anybody got a story they want to tell, come on with it. Come on with us. And we'll add you in the video on Facebook. Okay? Tell us your scariest story. Uh-oh, the baby's awake.
No, here
Tell
come
us your
trouble.
scariest story. Hi, Kim. How
You,
are you?
you know, one time I remember, I ain't got a scary story. I remember the first time I, I had called you, right? And this ain't the first time. This probably was like a couple of times. It was like maybe the second or third time I called you. And this guy, he had stole, $300 out my daughter's register at her job. She worked at a gas station, and she was all worried about her getting fired. So I called Nikki and asked her, what ritual I can do. She told me what ritual I can do. So I did the ritual, right? I did the ritual work. 3 days later, the guy who was stealing, he was stealing from everybody, but they never could catch him. They would put him on all these different ships. They never could catch him. And I did the ritual, and 3 days later, they caught him. Not only did they caught him, They went back and caught him stealing out of her register, and she was able to keep her job. And I was just like, and it kind of bugged me out because they could never catch him. They had been trying to catch him for 2 years, and they could never catch him. And it made me think maybe he had some spiritual work done to protect him from doing that while he was doing that, because they knew who it was. They could never catch him on camera doing it.
Y'all think them rituals don't work, and they work. That's right. That's right, family. All right, who wants to tell their most scariest voodoo story so we can get y'all on the Voodoo Chronicles?
I'm gonna put the link in the chat if for the website, WunamAdinkra.com, on the website if y'all anybody interested in getting spiritual work from us.
All right, y'all. Any questions about ritual work or spells?
And just to let y'all know, we will be updating Wunam Adinkra sometime this year.
The website sometime
Actually,
this week.
This month.
This week, y'all.
So we'll be updating that. So it'll be more products on there, and we're gonna be bringing more herbs and stuff like that too on there.
More herbs and new products. Y'all look out for that. Any questions, y'all? Come on with the questions, because I know y'all got some questions. I know you got. What y'all too tired to get on camera? Y'all don't want to do Voodoo Chronicles? Y'all don't want to tell us your stories? Tell us your stories. Come on, y'all boring tonight. Or is it too late? Some of y'all got to go to the plantation? If y'all do, it's okay. You can tell us. It's all right. But you should be working for yourself, though. You know what I mean? Amate. Hey, Mate.
Amate, how you doing? Peace, Amate, peace, family. How you doing tonight? They got it. What they talking about on here?
They ain't talking about nothing.
Everybody
They being boring. Y'all being boring tonight.
Everybody just saying hi.
I gotta stretch, y'all. Feel like my shoulders need to be stretched out. Hello, hello, peace, peace. Anybody want to tell a story? Oh, y'all got some questions? Oh, by the way, somebody put up the other day. Who was it? I think it was my sister. She might be on here. She texted me the other day and said China had another son. I didn't even really get to look at the video.
I seen it. I seen when they rose it up in the sky.
You did?
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, so they actually rose up the sun in the sky?
It went up like a balloon, and it got brighter and brighter.
That's some fake shit.
But I don't know, man. When I seen it, I was like, either they really trying to unlock the codes to something. I just feel like when they do stuff like that, they want to do that to terraform another planet. Like they want to go to another planet and terraform it. Like maybe a planet that's known for being cold, they want to go add a sun to it.
My thing is like this, and I'm going to just leave it like this, y'all. If they can create another goddamn sun, they can create a way to keep you alive forever. Okay? Forever. If they can create another sun. So with saying that, I don't know about that, y'all. I ain't feeling it, and I feel like they lying their asses off. I feel like it's some other trick shit, some 3D damn trick shit they doing. You know how they what do you call that
they say seeing is believing. So
no.
People see it and believe it.
When you make Tupac, what's that thing again?
Hologram.
I feel like that's a hologram. I don't know. I gotta see it. I didn't see the video, but I'm saying if you can create a sun, then you can recreate life.
Yeah, she up. Yeah.
I feel like if that's the case, then you figure out a way to make a person live forever.
Oh, they working on that because
Shit.
they've been trying to figure that out for the longest because of
Nah, but they creating suns and shit. How you gonna create a whole goddamn sun? I don't. That's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. I don't believe it, and I just feel like it's fake, and they just throwing fucking energy balls in the goddamn air. Excuse my language, y'all, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm not feeling that. And then I had Tafani hit me up. Where you at, Tafani? She hit me up inbox today. She was watching a video with somebody else, and she said, "Is this guy telling the truth?" And she said, and I said, "Who?" And she sent me the video, and she said that is he telling the truth about white people not having souls? I gotta answer the question for her because she's one of my favorites. That's my little sister, not literally, but I've adopted her as my little sister. So Tafani, I feel like white people have souls. If they didn't have souls, they wouldn't be able to make babies with us. It's just like a human trying to be with a goddamn animal. It ain't happening. If they didn't have souls, we would not be able to make babies with them. So white people do have souls.
what about the ones that can't have babies?
The ones who can't have babies, they probably the ones who ain't got no goddamn soul. All right? All I'm saying is if they didn't have souls, we would not be able to mate with them. We would not be able to have babies with them. So that's something in the conscious community years ago, the brothers we all used to debate about, when we used to debate back with brother, all we had all them Sonnet and all them brothers on the show and all them brothers and, I think Pharaoh King, all of them brothers, we used to debate about it. That's not true.
I think that comes from more a psychological thing, saying because how we had the interaction between blacks and whites, from the '60s, all the stuff, evil shit that was done to us and stuff like that.
Now, I mean, if you
And
want to say that,
but see, I think that's where it comes from. That energy comes from, saying,
that white people don't have soul.
yeah, so
Well,
that's
I
where
mean,
I think
at the
that
end
comes
of the
from.
day, if you want to be technical like that, some of them don't have souls like
But I know
blacks.
I know they mean it the other way. You
Right,
know
the
what I
other
mean?
way. But as far as if a white person have a soul, you would not be able to have a baby with that person. And there's a lot of goddamn half breed, mixed breed, whatever they call them now, the new word biracial, this, that, mulatto, whatever the hell they call them. There's a lot of them walking around here. And not only that, they're making sure they're pushing it in your goddamn face because every commercial you see, there's a white man and a black woman or a black woman and a white man. So they make sure you see the shit so you'll know.
But that's for genetic purposes. They want to. That's
Well,
for
we know
genetic
that, but
that's for.
the point is their asses can have babies with you.
But I'm just saying that's why you see they don't never have when they put the commercials out. They don't never have a black man with a black woman. It's always a mixed couple. Only time you see the same race with each other is if they're not a black person. It's rarely that you don't hardly ever see any black people together, let alone dark skinned people, like two dark skinned people. I remember back in the day they would always, it used to be two dark skinned, then it went to light skin, then it went to white, and then other races and stuff like that. I'm telling you, that is true.
No,
That is true. I used to see it. I used to see like dark skinned people on the commercial, and then it went from dark skin to light skin to white.
First of all, you know why? I'm gonna tell you wrong. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
how you gonna tell me what I seen?
Because in Hollywood, the lighting made them look lighter.
No, I'm not talking about like light skin. Like I'm talking about like when I say dark skin, I'm not talking about dark as me. I'm talking about maybe. You know how they used to say you gotta be paper brown or whatever the past.
Yeah,
I believe that shit was real.
It was real.
They was probably that color, but I don't know. I just feel like you don't see that even those type of skin tones together no more. You see only black and white.
It is what it is because they trying to do something they ain't got no goddamn business doing.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter Helston. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Stephen Cody, you came on the face. Stephen Cody, you must have came on the Facebook so you can tell your Voodoo Chronicles. You must came on. You got a story to tell us? Who has a story to tell us? Who's not shy to get on the camera? Come on now. Who's not shy to get on the camera? I want somebody to come on and tell us their scariest story, whether it been with voodoo, ghosts in your house, paranormal activity, grandparents coming to see you, whatever it may be, spirits touching you in the bed, whatever. I want you to tell us the most scary story so we can put it on Voodoo Chronicles. Who's not scared? If you're not scared, press add to this video so we can add you on our Facebook. All right. All right. Any questions over from YouTube? YouTube, come on. Y'all usually hot with the questions. With y'all? Y'all tired of something? Y'all, and let me shut up because I've been yawning so goddamn much, y'all. I'm tired too, but we had to come on here because people was inboxing asking questions. So,
Nikki Nakia says, I'm so sick of the lack of black couples in the media.
yeah, don't get sick of it. You know what they do. Why do we act surprised when we know that, in their world they do dumb shit like that? You see, we can't get caught up in their world. We can't let their world, interrupt our world. Simple as that. They want to keep you in their world so you don't focus on creating your goddamn world. Stay out of their world and get back in your own world. Never mind what they do because all that's going to come back to them. You understand? You can't pay attention to what they're doing over there. Let them be, because if you focus on what they're doing, all the races is like I used to tell my brothers in the black community. They used to say, Nikki, why you don't want to say black power? Black power, black power. I used to be like, I'm not saying black power. They was like, yeah, but that's something to let our kids know. And da da da. Let me tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell you what I told the brothers. Okay, let me get the one thing straight with y'all. The white power group, they created white power because they felt inferior to the black power, right? So when they did that, the brothers and the Panthers came back and would walk around and say, black power, black power, black power. Let me tell you something. When you know that you are power, you do not have to call it out. All you got to do is walk. Your presence alone, with your head held up high, says that you're power. So I don't have to walk around and tell you that I'm more superior than you by yelling out black power, black power. I don't have to do that. All I got to do is walk like a goddamn queen through the streets. You understand? And then you will see that my presence alone means power. I don't have to show you that I am superior than you. And see, that's why I was against them walking around saying black power, because when they came out with that white power, that clearly showed you that there was something about us that intimidated them. There was something about us that
Can't
made
find out
them feel
who's your
beneath us. So
ancestor.
they had to come back with their white power, white power. You understand? To kind of make you feel like they were more, superior than you. I used to tell my brothers, no, don't do that. Walk around. You know your power. You
Divine,
walk in that bitch like you own the goddamn grocery store. You hear what I'm saying? What?
Divine Spirit say, how can you find out who's your ancestral or angel protector? Who they are?
Divine Spirit, how can you find out who your ancestor or angel protectors are?
Born
Um,
1970.
Divine power, you have a lot of ancestors that walk with you. You don't have angels, you have warriors that walk with you. Okay? In African in traditions, we don't believe in angels. They're the ancestors that walk with you. And you do have gods that walk with you, or goddesses that walk with you, or, different type of, spirits that walk with you, but we don't call them angels. Now, you do have an ancestor. I see an ancestor that walks with you. It looks like a woman. This woman has very long hair and it looks like it's mixed with gray. And she walks with you. Okay? I keep picking up a type of American Indian. It looks like a shaman that's walking on your right side. Okay? That's what I see. So you do have ancestors, but we do ancestral readings. If you want to know more in depth, you can book one on our website, okay? Okay. Mr. Mike, what up? Mr. Mike, what up? Nikki the Kid says they have souls, but they're undeveloped and perhaps a different frequency. They definitely vibrate on a different frequency, but
Eh,
it's not too much of a difference when you can lay down and you can make a baby with them. It's not too much different of a frequency. We gotta understand that. Any type of being that you can make a baby with has 95% of soul that you can make a baby with, okay? At my great grandmother's house, all the adults would not go in the basement. Amata, you gotta get on the camera and tell the story. You ready? Come on, my brother. Don't be shy. I'm gonna add you to the video. You gonna do it or not?
They say they wouldn't go in the basement by themselves.
They wouldn't go in the basement while always crowded. Hold on, Amata. Amata, you gonna get on the camera? Because I'm gonna put you on. Yes or no? Let me know. I'm gonna put you on here. Hey, Arkella Karen, how are you? All right, so, okay, so let me
He
add you on
say
the camera.
yes.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get you in here. Where you at? There you go. Okay. All right, Amate, I sent it to add you in. Let's get you in here. Waiting for you to come on. Kim Smith says, can a person sell their soul?
I don't really believe that.
Um, I don't believe they can sell their soul either. And as a matter of fact, they can't. They can invite things into their soul though, like the devil. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Amate, we waiting for you to come on. All right, it says adding you, so we're waiting for you to come on. Now, Kim, there's a story. I remember my father. This is the American side now, not the African side. My father was an African in America, and my father was powerful. I ain't gonna say he wasn't powerful, but he did rituals. And one night I woke up, and Daddy was in the kitchen with a black candle and the Bible in the dark. Whatever the hell he think he was doing, he said he was selling his soul to the devil. Okay? Now, you know, my father used to call me a crazy bitch. I'm not playing. He's a crazy bitch. I said, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Well, I'm selling my soul to the devil to get me some money. Right? I said, not in my goddamn house with my kids. You better take that shit out of here, right? Um, so Daddy, hold on. Let me try to get him, Mate.
I think that the
Okay.
internet connection too slow for it to work.
So Daddy, I'm telling you like this, has some power now. But I had to counteract that shit. Right? Not in this house. You can't do that, goddammit. About a week later, real story, y'all. We was getting ready to move. He left. My father ended up leaving. He ended up coming down south with one of my cousins in Augusta, Georgia. So we were leaving. And I was packing up to move because we were transitioning to Georgia. And I had a long, you know, the 8 table glass tables back then? A real square one, long one? Amate says you declined it. You got to say, yes, you can decline it. So my father, he left. So that day, I'm going to tell y'all like this, it's crazy. He left. It was a week later, so we packing up to move. And my daughters, they were young at this time. They was like 11, 10 years old. And I had the other two, my sister's kids. And we packing up the table. My daughter, the table was really heavy, so she couldn't hold the table. So the table fell on her end, but it cracked all the way up to my hand. And I had 22 stitches in his hand. So I had to drive myself to the hospital. And then at the other time, my 10-year-old daughter, she tried to help me with the wheel. She driving, right? I mean, the one when they was 10, because they're 31 and 33 now. So we drive into the hospital, I get stitches. And that wasn't the only thing. I said, something not right. This man done conjured up the goddamn devil in the house. Right? So I went back home, got the stitches, finished packing, getting ready to go. Woke up that morning. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. All kind of big ass termites were coming from the floor, under the floor. I'm like, where the fuck are all these termites coming from, right? And I'm not exaggerating. Y'all know the big flies? Now, anytime y'all see those big giant flies, the devil is around you. Them demons is around you. So I'm seeing the termites coming out the floor, and then I'm looking on the window, and I'm not exaggerating. There had to be 100 of them big ass flies on the window. So I'm like, this nigga done called the demons up in the goddamn house. So now I got to do the extra work because this is Daddy. Daddy's powerful too, right? So this Daddy, so he got the demons all in the house, shit, trying to get the devil to come to give him some goddamn money, all kind of shit. So I had to go and try to do spiritual work to get all that shit out. But what was crazy is when we finally packed everything up. I did the work to get the house clean, get all them damn spirits out the house. When we were leaving, I had a van. And my van was fine. It worked just fine. I forgot. It was one of them Chrysler vans back then. The van wouldn't start. It was like the demons went to the van. I was like, God damn it. Because I let Daddy drive my van too. So his goddamn demon ass calling up the demons to get some goddamn money in the house, burning black candles and reading out the Psalms and shit. And I'm like, Daddy, what are you doing? So anyway, I had to clean up the mess. So we ended up leaving, but that's a real story. And I'm going to tell you, that's why I was telling the lady in the store today. Don't get it confused. Christians do rituals too with the Bible and Psalms and candles and all kind of shit.
The pastor.
It's
Speaking of that, I seen a pastor, right? I seen a pastor. This was yesterday. A pastor was online in Africa, of course. This is what most of these. Well, I ain't gonna say most of them, but a lot of this shit be taking place. He was.
What?
He was shaving all the women's vaginas in church, getting their hair.
Say that again.
He was shaving all the women's vaginas
For what
in
reason?
church. He was getting. I don't know. He said Jesus told them to shave their hair and on their vagina. He had them pull their panties off and he shaved their vaginas, and he was shaving all of them.
Shit, Jesus didn't tell him that. He told himself that his shit was getting hard on off for looking at goddamn women's vaginas. That's what he was doing. Goddamn pervert ass. And the women that did that shit is stupid. Y'all goddamn dumb for doing it.
Hey, don't talk about your African sisters
about
like
my
that.
sisters like that because at the end of the day, ain't no way in the world you gonna pull down your goddamn pants and let your pastor shave your hair. At the end of the day,
And he was collecting the hair, so I don't know what he was doing. I don't
probably
know.
Goddamn using their hair to get them in a goddamn ritual to make them all sleep with his ass. That's what the hell he was doing. All right, Amate, let me see if it'll let you come on. Let's try it again.
Nikki Nakaya said she would have came on, but she didn't do her hair.
Nikki Nikaya, stop playing, girl. You got a rag up in there somewhere. Tie that hair up and come on the camera. Tie it up. You see this right here? All I do is get up and comb it out and keep it moving and put it up and put a tie around it or whatever. It's telling you to rotate the phone to join, and when I rotate the phone, it's not doing that. When you have to rotate the phone because look on what kind of phone you got, Amate?
Turn it sideways.
You got to turn it sideways, but there's a thing inside your phone that'll tell you your phone can rotate. Hey, Gwendolyn. All right, so we're waiting for Amate. Amate, if you can't get on,
He declined.
No, it's saying.
How many times? How many times you got to decline it? 10 times. He don't want to be on here.
The baby. Oh, she asked if she needed us to move the car. Oh, she just came. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Tell her we're almost done on the show. All right. Amate, try it again. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. See that, Nikki the kid, my little Afro puff? Just get you a rag and put it around your head. Hey, Mocha Brown. All right. So.
Peace, sis.
So, wait. Amate. I don't know what kind of phone you got, but push the thing down on the top.
Amate ain't never want to be on here. He done declined it like 10 times.
No, he didn't decline it. He just said it's not doing nothing. He's trying to get in. Don't. Amate, if you got an Apple phone,
you gotta turn it down. You gotta turn it sideways like that. That's why if they tell him to rotate it, cause our phone is sideways. Well, your phone.
Yeah, you gotta turn it sideways so when you look at yourself on the screen, you're sideways like us. Try to get on Amate, because we're asking people who have the most scariest stories to tell, because we're going to put you on Voodoo Chronicles. So we want you to come on live right now. Tell us the scariest story you got, whether it's about voodoo, spirits, because we got some stories to tell y'all. Everybody loves the show Voodoo Chronicles. We're going to come back with it, but y'all got to come on with it. Somebody who wants to join us, come on now, because we want you to tell your scariest story, whether it's Amate, if you can't get on just
Mike Lowry said he got an Obama phone.
No, he don't. Mike Lowry, he said he got an Android phone. He got an Android phone.
Hey, Amate, you got an Obama phone, man. They capping on you over here on YouTube, man. They going in on you.
All right, Amate. I see you. I'm going to try it one more time.
I'm country, Nakia. I can't say it right.
It says you can't join because of technical issues. All
Yeah,
right,
see,
Amache, tell us the story. I'll read it out loud for you. But we want people that can come on, add themselves so we can put you on Voodoo Chronicles. So come on, y'all. So it's whatever story you got. I've heard some stories. I heard some stories and stuff. We did one where we had a lady come on, and she had a rocking horse for her daughter. They took out the batteries. They took out everything, and the thing was still rocking. But it was a lady she had in her house that was carrying a demon with her. Okay? All right, Amate, type the story and I'll tell it on air. You
we
said
had
something about the basement. What?
shit. We done had all kind of shit. People come to us. It was another one. It was another thing that happened. I can't remember what it was. I was gonna tell it on there, but it slipped my mind now.
What? All right, so Amata, you said people would go down in the basement in a crowd. There was probably some spirits down there. Everybody probably felt that shit. That happened in when I was growing up. Okay, let me read it. What family used to always see my grandfather in the basement long after transition? He probably stayed down there all the time too. He probably stayed down. That's how my grandfather's house was. And come to find out, when we used to be scared to go down in the basement, I would never go past the top door unless I was with Granddaddy. But Granddaddy and my Uncle Reno, they found another under the basement. This was in Brooklyn, y'all, because we had a house in Brooklyn. They found a basement, a body buried under the floor in the basement. And then upstairs in the attic, my Uncle Reno and Granddaddy found they found a skull head inside of the attic upstairs. Now that house was haunted, and they didn't believe me when I used to tell Granddaddy, "I ain't going upstairs, Granddaddy, I'm scared." I was 5 years old and I was scared. And Granddaddy said, "Go upstairs, get your butt up in the bed." And I was like, "Granddaddy, I want to go upstairs. The bed is shaking, right?" He didn't believe me. So my mother, I told some people the story. To my mother, she sent my sister up there. My sister was older. So she said, "Go sleep with your sister, see what she's talking about." So my sister went up there, and the cat and the dog was downstairs. And my sister said, "No, Mom, she's not lying. I felt something sit on the bed, and the cat and the dog was downstairs." So my mother, doing her little ritual work, she came back, and she got the spirits out. My mother got them out. But before she got them out, that wasn't the only incident that happened. Another time, we all sitting downstairs watching TV, cats downstairs. I remember at that time we had a dog named Lupo. He was a German Shepherd, and a cat named Sam. And this is from right. So we downstairs, and everybody's watching TV. And mind you, there's a door to the stairway that goes upstairs. No windows around. Front door's closed. Upstairs doors are closed, and the door slammed. Boom. We all standing there. Granddaddy still. Oh, that was probably the wind. My mother said, "Nah, Daddy, that's not the wind. Ain't no wind blowing. The doors are closed. That's not the wind." Granddaddy didn't think nothing of it. Then,
Don't that sound like me? Every time you be like, "Oh, man, that's probably
yeah, probably this, probably
That's what I be doing.
Then my step grandmother's daughter, who they call Rosemary's Baby, was worse than a goddamn exorcist and jealous of her, my mother and everybody else. Her ass started getting possessed in the room downstairs. After that, then they started thinking, because she tried to stab my goddamn mother. And she was possessed, y'all. She threw a straightening comb. And they were arguing in the kitchen. She threw y'all remember the straightening comb? She threw the straightening comb and it hit me in my head. I was 5. Damn. Boy, my grandfather was about to kill her because I was his baby. When I tell y'all, he was about to kill that demon that night. And that made him really start thinking some stuff. He said, "Now my grandbaby," they had to rush me to, those who are from Brooklyn, y'all know about Kings County Hospital. They had to rush me to Kings County and get stitches. But let me tell y'all something. She was possessed. And that house was goddamn possessed. And when you would be in that house, you would get chills all over your body. Right? Now, the story goes that they did find the skull of a dead person in the attic. Because then Granddaddy called Uncle Reno and was like, "Okay, we got to search this goddamn house." So Granddaddy went downstairs. They found the basement, the body down there. They found the head upstairs. This house was truly, truly haunted. Okay?
You know that reminds the story you said with your aunt. Was your aunt who hit you with that?
Hit me with what?
The
No,
straight and
that's
car.
my stepmother's
Your
daughter, her
stepmother's
damn
daughter.
demon ass daughter.
I was watching this video today, and this guy, he had a spirit on him. I could see it, but he was possessed, and he punched this other black guy's daughter. She was 8 years old. He punched her in the eye, blacked her eye.
Ooh.
Man, it was on YouTube, and man, the daddy must have beat the daddy and the mama whooped his motherfucking ass
Really?
until the police came.
He
They
was
was like,
possessed?
yeah, and you could see it in his eyes, and when the daddy started whooping his ass, he started hitting the concrete trying to tap out. And I was like, he had enough sense to try to tap out. His ass wasn't that goddamn. But I could see the spirit in him. He punched that little girl in the eye, and the daddy and the mama, the daddy was whooping his ass. He said, "Look at my motherfucking daughter's eye." Oh yeah, that it was. Willie D talked about it, and I went and found the video. Willie D talked about it, and I went and found the video. And when I found the video, the man was whooping his ass, and the mama the mama grabbed him by. He had locks. The mama grabbed him by his hair and dragged him about 5 feet down
Damn.
down the sidewalk by his dreadlocks.
Damn.
He was, boy, I was laughing my ass off, but it wasn't funny because I felt when they showed the girl, I felt bad for the girl. But he had a spirit on him. I seen it. I seen it in his eyes when he looked up in the camera. I could see the demon on him. But the daddy didn't give a fuck about that demon. He said, "I'm gonna give him some help today." And the
Yeah.
mama said, "This bitch," she grabbed him by his hair and dragged him down the
Shit. Well, was he ground? I didn't know he was possessed. What if he was just...
No, that motherfucker
How
was
you know?
crazy.
You seen his eyes?
I seen his eyes. He
Alright.
he had a spirit on him. I'm telling you.
All right, y'all. Y'all got any stories y'all want to share? I mean, if y'all can get on here, y'all can tell us and we can put you on Voodoo Chronicles. Come on with it. Come on with it, family. Y'all got any stories y'all can share?
The daddy was like, "Shit." His mama was like, "No, let him go." Hey, the daddy wasn't. Hey, the daddy wasn't there. None of that shit. He said, "Look at my fucking daughter's face."
How old was the little girl?
She was 8 years old.
Yeah, shit. I think I would have had to whoop his ass too.
Yeah.
Fucking punch the little girl in the face like he lost.
And he
his
punched
mind.
her. You could tell he punched her hard because her eye was closed like that.
Oh shit. Yeah, they ought to beat his ass. All right, family, come on. With
They
the
were saying,
questions.
"Oh, he crazy."
YouTube,
They said
y'all got questions?
They say he was crazy. Yeah.
I don't care goddamn how crazy it was. He would have had 2 black eyes, bubble lips, and everything else. He would have had 2 knots here, 2 black eyes, and some big ass lips. Because that's what would have happened to his face if he did that to my child. Shit.
Man, I would have been doing wrestling moves on his ass. I'm like, bam, kicking him. I've been football kicking him in the face. I would have fucked his ass up. To see my daughter face like that, man. And then she was 8. Because everybody was like, "Well, damn, like, how old is your daughter?" And then when he said she was 8, they was like, "Oh, no." You got to whoop his ass.
Damn right. All right, y'all. Y'all got any questions? Any questions about rituals or spells? Or do y'all want to come on Voodoo Chronicles? Because I think we got y'all a little too late tonight. I think y'all probably laying in your bed, sitting back, watching us. You understand? Being silly and crazy. Right? Any questions, family? So, Mate, what you mean? And he used to sit on his car in the backyard? So, y'all feel like was he in the basement? Was he down in the basement? What you mean he used to sit on his car in the back? Oh, his spirit used to sit in, okay. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Today, we got a call tonight on one of our family. We call them friend family.
Pass me that water, please.
He want my water, y'all. My good alkaline water he want to drink. But he go buy the cheap one and want to drink my good water. Okay.
Don't be showing this to people because shit, we ain't ever, these motherfuckers ain't give us no money.
Shit, look here. They used to see him sitting on his car sometimes. You know what? Essentials. Essentials. I will show you.
It's not essentials.
Essentia, whatever the hell it is. This is some very good water right here. Essentia. Essentia. I only drink this water because it's 9.95% alkaline. Okay? So I drink it.
I'm giving them free advertisement.
There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes it's
I watch
okay.
some videos.
Ken, see, you love it, right? It's 9.5. It's alkaline purified water. Very good water. Essentials. Yep.
Nikki Nakia says I used to watch videos with people doing Ouija boards. Are they dangerous?
Nikki Nakia. I got a story about that too. So my aunt, right? She gave me a Ouija board when I was about 8 years old. She gave it to me. And it just so happened the house that we was in at that time was very, very haunted. It was a very old house from the 1800s. And this house was so old, they used to hide slaves down in this house, okay? Now, she gave me a Ouija board, and I remember my mother said, "You don't want to play with your Ouija board?" The real story, y'all. I took the Ouija board, and I kicked it down the stairs. I don't want it. I was 8. I said, I don't want it. It's evil. That's what I told my mother. And I was only 8 years old. And I remember clearly. She goes, Auntie Alice bought you a nice little Ouija board. You should play with it. Shit, I took that game board. I kicked it down the stairs. I don't want it. I wasn't having it. I didn't want it because I knew it was evil. You got to be careful. Ouija boards, although they're very old and ancient, there was a lot of demonology or demons put into them Ouija boards, okay? I'm not playing. What's so funny?
No, I was just thinking about something my old coworker used to do, and he got caught doing it.
What?
He used to pee on his the other coworker. He was kind of racist, right? He was a white guy. His name was Joe. He was racist.
Does this have something to do with the Ouija board?
No, I just thought about it. You just asked me what I was laughing at. I just thought about it. I wasn't going to say
You
that.
see what kind of stuff he come up with, y'all?
No, but he was
used
doing...
to pee on his...
But the reason why he was doing the ritual to make this motherfucker quit that job, because he finally quit, he was peeing on his tire to make him leave, like, go to find another job, and he ended up quitting. But the white dude had caught him pissing on his tire. And I just thought about it. I was just laughing because I thought about that, but... You wasn't supposed to ask me what I was laughing at. You asked me what I was laughing at.
Well, quite naturally, if you're on camera, they looking at you laughing. They gonna wonder what you laughing at.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, Amate said you want to try one more time. Okay, Amate, come on, let's try one more time.
Amate, let me find out you got one of them trap phones.
He said he got an Android.
You got a track phone?
Oh, Amate said...
Nah, because he tried too many times. That's why they won't let him
they
do
got
it.
shit unlocked like that?
If you try too many times, they won't let him. They won't even let you.
That's some bullshit. How you gonna run the damn show? We supposed to run it. You're supposed to be right.
Because they probably think you harassing him because it kept saying he declined it.
No, they ain't harassing shit. They just seen him try to add. Get out of here with that bullshit. See, that's why I don't like these goddamn platforms. They full of shit.
Peso say, my auntie wanted to stay in a ran down house, old, and I refused to move into something better until the day she died. I always wondered why. I don't know. My auntie wanted to stay in a ran. Oh, she wanted to stay in this old ran down house. Okay. I thought they were going somewhere.
Sometimes, well, peso, when they're old like that, they get attached. So it's hard for them to, leave something. That's like a, I don't know how you call it. Like a, what do you call that? What y'all call that? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's sort of like a.
When people get attached to things, like you said, they just don't want to let go.
They don't want to let go.
I've seen sons get rich, and their mothers live in the hood, and their mother don't want to leave the hood.
Yeah, they've been there for all their life. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's like their baby. It's like excuse me, they get attached to these things and they just don't want to go. And just leave them be. They're old. You let them be. Let them be.
Nick and the kids said it seemed like when you use them Ouija boards, the house becomes haunted. When I first got into spirituality, I tried to use I tried to use a Ouija board, but it was like it started to work and it just like something stopped it from working. Like I think it was my ancestors because they didn't want me dealing with that. It just stopped and never worked, so I just threw that shit away. I was
It
like,
was
fuck
your
it.
ancestors because they said you opened the goddamn door for them demons to come up in that bitch.
Yeah, it started
That's
to
what that
move and
is.
then it
Open
just
the
stopped.
door. Because them Ouija boards will bring demons in your house. Or disagreeable spirits, as we call them in Africa. Don't get it confused.
That's because I used to listen to Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett been having people try all kind of shit. Hey your ass, hey your ass.
They
Had a
got too much
motherfucker
energy attached to them, y'all. They got
have,
like
have
over the
people
years,
fucking.
the Ouija boards got excuse me, demon energy attack. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm hanging out with y'all, so. All right.
Okay, that's it. I don't know what
All
you got
right,
over there.
family. Any more questions? Yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it, Mate. Don't worry about it. We might get you on another note.
Yeah, Mate, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna figure out a way
Shit.
to do it where we can get you on, and maybe I could do a Facebook and record a Facebook one where we can have you tell your Voodoo Chronicles.
Yeah,
I think
man.
we could do an inbox, Mate.
you probably gonna have to upgrade from that Obama phone.
But you,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding on Mate.
hey, hold on. Can you? Where's my pendulum at? Can you pass or get yours? It don't matter.
The pendulum.
In,
Shit, I don't
in
know.
the in that it's in that box over there. I got the stuff in there. All right, y'all. So I'm Kim Smith. I'm about to show you because we got pendulums to show you. About to show you how it really works.
How it really, really works. Where yours at?
Family, I want to say this. I didn't get to say this. I want to say condolences. My cousin Ronnie Spector died this morning. And if you all know who the Ronettes were back in the day, some of you may know, some of you don't. The Ronettes, they used to sing Be My Baby, the 1960s group. And remember I told y'all the story when I was in the store in New York, I was buying the album and the guy in the album said, that woman looks like, the family used to say I look like one of them. But if you look, she transitioned today. She was 78 years old. And she was still singing up until probably last year, y'all. But she transitioned today, and they got her all over CNN, all over the news. Everybody's talking about her. That's actually my second cousin, and I want to rise her up to the ancestors, rise her up in peace. She had cancer, I believe, and she transitioned this morning. But if y'all look her up, Ronnie Spector, she's married to Phil Spector. Y'all heard about the story of Phil Spector. He just went to jail for killing his other wife, But she was my second cousin. Her mother and my grandfather were sister and brother. There was 14 of them. So she went to join the Fabulous 14, as we call them. And because there was 14 sisters and brothers, she died this morning. So it's all over CNN. It's everywhere, y'all. And I want to just ask the ancestors to rise her up in peace. But Kim, it's in my, you see it? You got it?
Shit, finally I found it.
All right, in the black case. So pendulums now, is it an evil spirit? No. Pendulums work by your spirit, by your energy, by your spirit, okay? So, I don't think this is it. It's in there? Okay. So, Kim Smith, this is mine. You see this? It has an amethyst in there on the top, and it got an amethyst on the bottom, and then it got the stones. You got yours?
No, I don't know them motherfuckers.
It should be in the same case. See? So when you do the pendulums,
Yeah.
all right, Brother Dinker asked the pendulum a question. I'm going to stop it. Now watch this. Ask the question. Okay.
All right, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Did
Stop.
Monty really want to come on here?
Y'all see it? I'm not even moving my hand. Let me show y'all.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I can't. I'm trying to show y'all because it's not long enough. So y'all can see I'm not moving my hand. Go ahead.
Did Amate really want to come on here?
Look. Y'all see? It said yes.
Okay.
So it's swinging back and forth. It says
I guess
yes.
she was telling the truth, Amate.
See y'all? So ask a question, Kim. Ask a question. Pendulums work off your energy. It ain't evil. It ain't the devil. Despite what the Bible told you, that's them bullshit. They work off of your energy. Okay, Kim, ask a question. Ask a question, Kim. I'm going to wait for you to ask a question. Anybody else want to ask a question? Now, the pendulums are good for yes and no answers. Okay? So if you have a question, ask a question. Anybody asking a question on sorry if you're listening. Yeah, Nikki Nakia, she was a beautiful soul. You know, she was the type of person, you know how you have some celebrities in your family and they act like who the fuck they think they are? She was never like that. So we would go to her house and she loved us. She knew, you know, she would take pictures with her family. She never treated us different because we wasn't celebrity. She treated us like we're her family. How am I? So she was cool. I have a picture with her somewhere. I'm gonna try to find it, y'all, that we took years ago. But yeah, she was real cool. We're gonna miss her. Do I need to launch my business now? Okay, Kim Smith. Does Kim Smith need to launch her business now? Does she need to launch her business now? All right, Kim, you see it? It's shaking back and forth. When it goes real fast like this, that means a definite yes. I am not moving the top of my hands. YouTube, you can see it more. I'm not. Let me push it back some so okay, now y'all can see. I'm not moving the top of my hands. Well, should Kim Smith start her business now? Y'all see it? I'm not moving the top of my hand. It says yes. Okay, Kim? The pendulum says yes. Now, stop.
Shay Ella says, peace, brother Adinkra and Nikki Love. Is it ever okay to do destruction work on someone who tried to kill you and your family?
Shay Ellis.
Shay Ella.
Shay Ella. Shay Ella. Let me see. Okay, Shay Ella. It's called Divine Justice.
I was trying to say it with you.
Okay. And all right, Kim. So there you have it. Invest in a pendulum. It's not evil. It's not gonna harm you. Pendulums. It works off of your energy. Okay. Your spiritual energy.
Good for yes and no questions. You can get deeper into it, but you gotta have like a little mat.
Yeah, they come with mats too. For those who really want to get deeper into it. Shay Ellis called Divine Justice. Let me tell you something. Somebody's trying to kill you or your family.
You guys send that energy back.
Send it back to them. You send it back 1,000-fold, not 10, not 100, not 1,000, 10,000-fold. Because that's not right. That's not righteous. And people got to stop doing shit like that. And I've heard so many stories about people wanting to do rituals to kill somebody. What the fuck is wrong with your brains? I don't care whether you're a witch or a babalao, whatever you want to call it. What's wrong with your brains that you want to kill somebody and see them dead off of the earth? For what reason? What good are you going to get out of seeing them dead?
Some people just do it for money.
You understand? Yeah, we talked about that earlier. But see, my thing is, people got to be very careful. And let me tell you something. They have a saying, when you prepare one grave, you better prepare two. Because that energy is going to come back to you. You don't know what kind of spirits that they got around them or on them. So with saying that, Shayla, you got to understand. If somebody's trying to harm you and your family, you got every right to return the energy. Now, a lot of times we suggest not to.
Don't do the same ritual.
Don't do the same ritual. What you want to do is return, all right, that energy back. There's many different things you could do. In Africa, we got different spirit soaps that do it for you. I think I shared the story, and if I didn't, the story was I had a young lady, she called me. Her father was into Palo. Her father was a very powerful practitioner. Long story short, her father was doing rituals on her. Sent a snake to try to kill her because I guess he thought she was doing work on him. Tried to send a snake. There's no way in the world the snake could have got on the fourth floor in the building. So she knew it was her father. She called me up, Nikki, I need help. My father's trying to kill me. Why would a snake come? Da, 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 da. Okay, I sent her some of this African soap. I said, look, you do this, and that. I said, but do not ask them to kill your father. The spirit is going to take the energy back to him. A week later, her father died. She called me up. She said, Nikki, I didn't say I wanted him to die. I said, we didn't do it for that. I said, we did it to send the energy back. All it did was send the energy back that he was presenting to you, which was trying to kill you.
Yeah.
So that's why your father ended up dying. Now, this is real. This is why it's a joke. It's not a joke to play with this type of work, family. Especially high-level magic. Okay? Especially high-level magic. What I mean by that, sacrificing cows, goats, and chickens to some powerful, powerful gods. Using many different type of spirits. Okay? So, I'm going to say this. Usually, if we get something like that, I'm not looking, because I have the power to bless and curse. I don't choose to curse. I don't choose to harm. I don't choose that because I don't like that. I'd rather help, and I help, and I help, and I help, and my husband, he helps. We do a lot of righteous work. But if I get the inkling that somebody's trying to mess with my family, I feel sorry for them. And I'm not going to get a doll, because we can do that too. We can make wooden dolls of your ass, okay? We can do many, many different things. I can even, stuff I can't get here, I can send back home to Africa, because I deal with 3 tribes back home in Africa. Not just one. I just don't deal with Europe. I deal with 3 tribes. Okay? So with saying that, I have many different sources I can use. But the point is I don't choose to do that. So when you get people like that, we just send the energy back. We wash with the spirits. We use certain souls. Send it back. Or if it calls for us to do a goat because we have enemies, then guess what? We're doing a goat. Okay? We can take a doll. I can take a doll and I can make that doll you. And the purpose of those dolls is to really help people, okay? We use them for love rituals. We use them for health rituals. I had a lady, real story. She was in Pennsylvania. She was a white woman. And her daughter was a manager of a top celebrity. And she called me up to help. She said, my mother, the Catholic priest in the prison, couldn't get the demons out of her. Y'all know that movie Devil Within, where the lady was cutting her mouth on the inside, and her mother looked just like that woman and was doing the same thing that woman was doing. It bugged me out so much when I looked at the pastor. Did they make this movie of this woman? Real talk, y'all. This was real story. And so I said, send me some of your mother's stuff. I said, send me something she wore. Send me something that her energy's on right now. So she sent it over to me. And I had to do a fire ritual. I had to use fire spirits to get them demons out of her. But I had to make a wooden doll of her first. So when I did the wooden doll of her, did the work over the doll, I was able to get the demons out of her even though she was in jail because she was locked up. The priest in the jail, Catholic priest, couldn't help her. She called me back. First of all, she made me mad because she said, oh, God, did God really help get them spirits out? I said, no, God damn it. I said, I got them goddamn spirits out. I had to send them bitches to the abyss, to the spirits to the fire. You know, we deal with a lot of fire spirits.
They always do that. Every time we do a ritual for somebody and they're Christians, they always say Jesus did it. Every fucking time. Every time. They've been I can't, can you help me, Miss Nikki? Can you help me, Brother Dinkra? They doing this, they doing that, they doing that.
You, Jesus.
This been happening for 5 years. As soon as we do the ritual work to get it out, they say God did it.
Some. And I had to tell her.
A lot of
but the reason I told her so because we can use dolls to fight back. So just say if somebody was trying to kill you or your family, I had a guy, he offended the shit out of me one time. And let me tell y'all, he offended the shit out. My mother had just died. He should never did that shit, y'all. There's one thing I will push my hand to do. If you disrespect my dead people, or if you mess with children, there's 2 things you don't want to do. So he had the nerve to get up
and beat on women.
And beat on women. That's another thing I don't like. So he got on the damn radio. I was on a radio show and had the nerve to say, F your dead mother and your sick grandmother. What y'all think I did? Let me tell you something. I got a doll of his ass, and I didn't need shit of his. And that's another thing. We can do it without items of theirs. I did a little boy in Guyana with a doll. We didn't have nothing of his, and I got demons out of him all the way in Guyana, South America. So this one right here, this nigga thought he was gonna disrespect my dead mother, my sick grandmother. I said, I got you. I got you. As soon as I got up the goddamn radio show, I went in my spiritual room. And I used to do a lot of wooden dolls. I got a wooden doll of his ass. I dressed that bitch. And let me tell you, I took the hammer and I banged his goddamn knees on both of the dolls. And he broke both of his goddamn legs. And how I found out was because we knew other people who knew him. Broke both of his goddamn legs. I see, you want to talk about my mother? Boom! I took the hammer. I took the wooden doll. I broke the legs on the wooden doll. His legs was burning. I took a lighter. I burned the top of the head. His head was burned. He was getting real bad headaches. So with saying that, y'all, he wouldn't disrespect my goddamn dead mother and my grandmother no more. Right?
Moral of the story is watch your motherfucking mouth.
Right. Be careful. Those are times when you want to, right, use divine justice. Okay.
Deja Gill one says, can a thing attach to your lower back and suck your energy out?
Can a thing, or you mean a spirit?
Spirit,
or
yes.
succubus? Sure can.
They could attach anywhere. They could attach on your head. Anywhere.
On your head, your feet, yep.
Yeah.
Usually how we get those out is with fire. With fire, family. We do fire through your feet or fire on your back. We won't burn you. All right, Amata, we're going to try one more time since you're on your laptop. Let's try it.
He can't do
No, let's
what
see.
I tell you.
No, nuh-uh.
Anymore.
All right, let's try it, Amata. Let's go. Let's see if it lets you in now. Try it. It says adding you.
Amate say he gonna shut us up with this goddamn track phone and Obama phone shit.
Y'all got jokes? All right, try it now, Mata. Let's see if we can get you up here. All right, y'all. We asked y'all to come on and tell us your scary story so we can put you on Voodoo Chronicles. Some of y'all are laying in the bed. Y'all probably say, shit, I ain't trying to get on the camera. Nikki and the kid talking about her hair's messed up. Come on, Nikki, you a sister. You know how we do. We wrap that shit up and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Come on now. I don't hear no excuses. Come on. We need some people for Voodoo Chronicles. All right, because we're going to start it back on.
Put a cap on.
It declined it again. See, Amate, something ain't right.
See,
it might be goddamn Facebook.
I don't think our speed is fast enough though.
You don't think so?
I don't think the internet speed.
Yeah, it's not. Still not working. Okay, Mate. Well, we'll try this off air. So if you're willing to do it, I'll try to see if we can get you inbox and do a video.
We should actually do that. We should actually have people come on and those that want to be on. We could do a what you call it. What you teach the class on?
A Zoom.
Zoom, and then have them. You interview them and have them tell what happened, and then we put it up and edit it.
Well, we consider that, y'all. So if anybody wants to be on Voodoo Chronicles, hit us up inbox, and we'll make arrangements to get you on to tell your stories, and then we're gonna air it. So if y'all ready, get down with the get down. Voodoo Chronicles, people been requesting for it to come back because they like it. So we need some more people to come on, tell their stories. We need you to tell your stories, whether it's about voodoo, hoodoo, Wiccan, spirits, whatever, ghosts, or whatever you want to call them, paranormal activity, whatever. Those are the kind of stories we're looking for. So if you're willing to come on, we're going to put you on Voodoo Chronicles.
It's crazy. It seems like when people offend people, it seems like the energy that comes back to them is very, very strong. Because remember, I told you about the situation with the elder? And I called you up and you said, I asked you, what should I do? And did the ritual, and it went back and it messed the guy up real bad. And it hit him the next day, which surprised me.
What happened? Tell the people what happened.
So,
yeah.
So I had a situation, at a place I used to work at, and these two guys were arguing, right? And the younger guy got into it with the elder, and he disrespected him real bad and stuff like that. And I was like, I really didn't like that because he's an elder. You don't threaten to beat up an elder. And I felt like it was more some.
I heard the story. Tell the people
I feel
the
like it
story.
was more some racist shit, right? Because he was Latin or whatever, and the other guy was an older black man, but he was the black man is 30 years his senior. So why would you talk to him like he's beneath you, and like you tell him I can't stand this bitch ass nigga? Why you gonna talk to him like that? You know what I mean? And so I called Nikki up and I said, I don't like that. I want to, send that energy back to him. She said, yeah. She told me what to do, so I did it. I did the ritual, went and did it, and I said the next day, the energy hit him. It hit him so bad. The next day, he couldn't even walk. He got out of his car. He was walking like Frankenstein, and I was like, God damn! I wasn't expecting the energy to hit him like that, but it. So he really had some real bad energy intent on this guy. Like it's like maybe he hated him because I don't know. Maybe he just had some hate for him, and the energy hit him so bad he couldn't even walk, and it messed his back up.
BP Popo, blessings. But see, you know what, Brother Dinkra? See, people, let me just tell y'all this. The biggest question of the night is, can anyone do rituals? What you think, Brother Dinkra?
Yes and no.
Why?
Anyone can do a ritual, but not everybody have the power for certain rituals to work.
Exactly. So
You
keep
know,
that mindful, family.
because sometimes people they do rituals and can't get no movement.
They don't get no result.
They don't get no results, and when they come to us, they get results right away. And that's but just and sometimes people do have had the power and they abuse the power, and sometimes spirit to take certain things away from you too. So
So can anybody do rituals? Excuse me, can anybody do spells? Can anybody? You sure can. You sure can. Um, some people work. If you do, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. If you do spells and rituals, just make sure you're doing what's righteous. Okay.
that's right.
Make sure you're doing right things. Don't do wrong things. Yes, divine justice. Yes, you can fight back if somebody's trying to kill you, your family. By all means, any means necessary, do what you got to do. Okay, and then put protection around your family. But for the most part, anybody could do rituals. But if you're going to do rituals, do what's righteous. And if they don't work and they're not powerful enough, then you can come to us. We stay doing rituals. We do rituals 24 goddamn 7. Shit, all kinds. All kinds. But
Yeah.
it's good. We love helping people. We love helping the community. We do a lot of work for the community.
Yeah, a
So
lot.
it's like, we love doing what we do because when you see the difference it makes doing spiritual work, when that woman gets that job for her and her children, or that woman gets that house, or that couple is struggling and we're able to, help them out by doing a ritual. Maybe the man needed a job or whatever it may be.
Or the man beat his criminal case that was set up by
Right, something like that. Or
set up by
like we had a
people.
young brother that was in a wheelchair and he had got hurt in a military, and we thought he was gonna die 2 years ago. And his mother, she came to us, and he's doing okay now. You know what I mean? He didn't die, but we did a lot of work with health rituals for him. When we get stuff like that, when you hear good stuff about, you know what I mean? You know, stuff like that really makes you feel good because you're doing something righteous.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping people. And that's the most important what you want to do. You want to keep your hands clean as you can. And you want to help as many as you can because in Africa, in the villages, in the tribes, you are supposed to use your power and your gifts to help people, to help the village, okay? So when you have these gifts and you're blessed to have many, many gifts, some of you are, make sure you do what's righteous. Help the community. You know, we get all kind of people that come to us. You understand? All kind of people. So, you know, we love doing what we do. I love doing rituals every day. And another thing, family, once we're just getting into, the more you do, the more powerful you become. You understand? The more powerful you come. So y'all definitely, and another thing, family, we're going to be starting soon. We're going to be starting a basic African spiritual class. So if anybody's interested, y'all can sign up now. Y'all can sign up or hit us up inbox say you're interested in the basic African spiritual class. We're going to teach you about the different gods, just not about the Reeses, about other gods and other tribes. And we're going to be teaching you the basics of African spirituality, okay? So if anybody's interested, hit us up, say I'm interested. We'll put your name on the list. We're going to start the classes in February. We'll give you more detail at the end of the month, end of January. We're getting so many requests of people that are wanting to learn, but not wanting to get initiated, but they just want to learn. So we're going to be setting up the classes, and then y'all know the divination classes. We're doing that. We're starting a new divination class next month. Every month there's going to be new divination classes, so y'all can sign up for that if y'all want. But we're doing the African. We're going to start doing the basic African spirituality, teaching you about little, you know, rituals, basic rituals that you can do, and you know, how to do, you know, deal with certain gods and stuff like that, okay?
Yeah.
Right. So, if y'all interested, hit us up in the inbox and let us know. YouTube, y'all hit us up too. Let us know. Y'all can hit us up and let us know, okay? BP Papa, where you been at? What you doing? What you up to? What news you got to tell us? Because you always come with some news. Real quick before we get off of here, y'all.
You wanna, I don't know. You want something about the private consultation?
Go ahead.
So we're also doing private consultations for, because some people want hands-on training,
Private lesson.
private lessons and stuff. So we're also going to be doing that. That's going to be on the website. So once we update the website, like she said, it'll be this week or later on this week. This weekend, she's gonna update the website. So y'all check that out. Probably Sunday or Monday. Y'all check out the website. It's gonna be updated.
All right, y'all. Well, if anybody's interested in doing Voodoo Chronicles, then hit us up inbox, and we're gonna set it up where we can get on video, where we can record it and we can put you on Voodoo Chronicles. You have to come with the most scariest stuff. It could be funny, scary stories. It could be scary stories. Whatever you've been through, something that scared the piss out of you, okay? Something that made you have to tell a story about, okay, is what we want to hear. Whether it's about voodoo stories, hoodoo, like I said, ghost stories, whatever you got to be on Voodoo Chronicles. And we're going to set it up. We'll do a video with you, and then we're going to put it on Voodoo Chronicles, okay? Amate, we'll hit you up later, and we'll try to see if we can set up, we can get y'all on there to tell your story, okay? On that note, family, we're about to get up here. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes we've been on, actually overtime now. So we're going to get off of here. Y'all don't have no more questions. It's getting cold in here. Y'all know it's supposed to snow this weekend. God damn it. They doing all kind of shit, putting X's across the goddamn sky like they lost their mind, fighting with Ra, trying to make Ra humble himself, and Ra saying y'all can kiss my ass. I'm not humbling myself. So there's a spiritual warfare between the people putting X's in the sky to make it cold and the sun. And the sun is fighting with the goddamn people. They're going back and forth. We go out, the X is out. So Ra saying it's going to be warm today. They're saying it's going to be cold. They're trying to be snow. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. There's a spiritual warfare between Ra and the goddamn man right now messing with the goddamn weather. So,
yes, indeed.
We supposed to get snow. But watch this. As soon as the snow comes, I was going to say, all right, y'all got something for your asses. I'm about to come back and bring 70 degrees back on. Pay attention, y'all. I'm serious. I need to write a cartoon about this. It's a war between man and the sun. And they doing too goddamn much. Cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot. You understand? But watch, Ra's going to beat them. Ra's going to win this war. Ra's going to win this war because how the hell you going to try to fight something that without it we'll freeze over, the earth will freeze over. Something that we need that's going to grow the goddamn seeds in the ground. All right, now, let them keep playing. Because Ra's about to show their asses. All right, on that note, family, y'all have a lovely evening. What else are they saying? Anything over here?
Oh, nada.
Miss Beautiful. Yes, we're on late.
And you late.
And exactly.
You late because we finna get off now, Miss Beautiful.
Yeah, we about to get off, Miss Beautiful. All right, so we're saying that, y'all. Y'all have a
Setting
lovely
the air.
evening.
Setting
Okay.
the air for tornadoes, etc. You right, Miss Beautiful. They sure are.
Yeah, they doing all kind of stuff, but I'm telling y'all right now, boy, they about to see. They about to see. They're gonna see who gonna win this war, cause Ron's gonna win this war. I promise y'all that. It's gonna get hotter and hotter. They want to keep playing, and the ones who are doing it, all I'm gonna say is they don't look like us. And guess what? They're gonna have it worse. They're gonna get the karma. They're gonna burn the hell up. They want to keep messing with the goddamn shit.
That's why they messing with it. They don't want to burn up.
Well, too bad. Too bad. It is what it is. Shit. It's not our problem. That's your problem. It is what it is. You don't want to get, but you don't have no control of it. You really don't. You're trying to control something that you're only really manipulating. At the end of the day, you can do it for a minute, but then what happens? What happens?
It comes back stronger.
Comes back stronger. So you go ahead. Put about 20 inches of goddamn snow here. And watch how Ron just turns the temperature up just a little bit more and a little bit more. All right, I'm about to make it 80 degrees in goddamn January. How about that? I'm telling y'all. Somebody go ahead, do a cartoon. Let's do a cartoon about it. The war between the man and Ra. Right? Shit. All right, y'all. On that note, we're about to get out of here. Thank you for tuning into the Spiritual Vault. I am Wunam, a.k.a. Nicky Love, your African indigenous traditional healer.
And I'm Brother Adinkra.
And y'all have
African indigenous traditional healer.
Oh, come on, Ken, now. Come on, Ken, now. You came at the last minute with a comment. Ken, where you been at the whole time? I seen something about space, that they are going to have the first space hotel by 2027.
They've been said that.
They been saying that a long time. Yeah. Long time.
Because what's his name? Elon Musk predict they'll be on Mars by 2020. I think he said 2020, 24. So in 2 years, he expect them to be on Mars.
Look here. They're already on Mars. They're already on Saturn. They're already on all the planets. Don't let them fool ya, as Bob Marley said. Don't let them fool ya. You understand?
But guess what?
What?
They want to go to these other planets. They talking about inhabiting them, but they ain't talking about y'all coming back.
Exactly.
So I don't know. You got money to go up there. That, they might take over. You never know what they up to. They might take over your account once you take your ass up there. Put your ass on Mars. And then you ain't gonna have. They gonna take over that bank account because you got all this money. They gonna take over that. That's a nice little racket though. Get these rich folks up in there, send them to Mars. They might easily get a couple $1 trillion off these folks. All these rich people going up there, take over their bank account, leave their ass stranded on another fucking planet.
All right.
What you gonna do? Who you gonna tell? You can't call back to Earth.
Shit.
You can't call back to Earth. That's a wrap for you.
Boy, they try to go to other planet. See ya. Bye-bye. See ya. We okay. Or we can go back to our home planets too. Right? Man from Saturn. Yeah.
I've been here too long. I might not like it. I don't want to go back there. When I pass, I can go back, reincarnate there.
Shit, you might like it. As a matter of fact, you're gonna love it because that's where you was created at, in the planet Saturn. So you're gonna love it.
Who knows?
All right. On that note, all right. This time, thank you for tuning into Spiritual Vault. We got to go. Y'all have a good night. Get some rest. Get your beauty sleep. We'll see y'all next time. Peace and many blessings, family. We love y'all. Have a good night.
Peace, family.